Sanket Nayyar. I am a first year resident here at White River. One was getting in because it was a culmination of like my lifelong desire to want to be a doctor. And the second one was when I got my match letter. It was like, okay, I did all the work that's necessary and somebody thought enough of me to want to let me continue with that. I grew up in a family where I always liked doing something in the sciences. And so I thought a lot about, I even worked for a while, in basic science research in a lab to see if that was for me. I didn't like the fact that you had to apply for grants, like you had to basically beg for money. You could be really good at your job, and there could be COVID or something happens where the money is not available, and then you might be out of a job. I didn't like that. I wanted to, if I was good at my job, I wanted to make sure that I could provide for myself and for my family. So that's why I did, from that, I was like, what else can I do? And then I thought about medicine. I was like, oh, this is cool. And the other thing I liked about medicine is I didn't want to have a boss. I didn't want people to, tell me what to do and all of that. And medicine affords you the ability to be fairly autonomous. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do and taking care of patients, it's really on you. And that comes with a lot of responsibility. Like ever since I started residency, I haven't had one good night's sleep because I'm like, how am I supposed to learn all of this in 3 years and get to their level where nothing phases you, nothing, you can handle all of these things. It seems like a very short amount of time. But that's the challenge I wanted. I'm very happy to engage in all of that, but it's kind of my thought process of why I want to do this thing. I love every minute of it. Oh, this is gonna date me. My first job was at a place called Hollywood Video. They used to have these things called DVDs and video cassettes, and that was my first summer job out of college. And I got paid minimum wage, and I got to take like 2 movies home a week or something. And so I knew that every new movie came out on Tuesdays, on videos and cassettes and stuff. So I got to do that for a bit. It was fun. Probably around Christmas, that whole time. It's especially like me and my friends, we all kind of scattered across the country. Everybody's, and now, most people set up lives elsewhere, but they still come back to visit their family and their relatives that are in town. So everybody kind of comes around the holidays, and it's a good time. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it's an excuse to eat and not think about your diet and all of that. Wonderful. Thank you for the drink.
You're welcome.
So before I came to White River, I'm not much of a caffeine drinker. I only drink like water and sodas and stuff. And some of the attendings were like, no, you have to start drinking coffee, or you have to drink something from the store. I'm like, just tell me what you think I would like. And so somebody's like, try the green tea matcha. I think you might really like it. So I got it one time, and I really did like it. And so this is my go-to now. When you get into a conflict, and you will, about anything, don't automatically assume that you didn't do any part of it wasn't your fault. Like, look inside to see, what did I contribute to this to be in this situation? To be introspective. I think that would resolve a lot of conflicts if people would just take a minute to, in the moment, yeah, you might say some things, but then later on I always kind of step back and think, you know what, this is what I did to get to this situation. It could be 1% is my fault, or 7%. Sometimes it's 55%. But just being self-introspective is something that I try to do on a daily basis, try to make sure that I'm evaluating myself more than other people. Because I can control me, I can't control anybody else. And that has served me very well. My mom taught me that from a very early age. Like, think about what you're bringing to the table and how what might somebody think when they have a problem with you and what you can do to change that versus, no, this is their fault. I didn't do anything. I never do anything wrong. I'm always right. I probably shouldn't be saying this since I'm like in medicine, but I love sticking Q-tips in my ear. You're not supposed to do that. Don't do that. It is my guilty. I don't know what this. I haven't blown an eardrum yet, but that is you asked. I love putting that in my ear after taking a shower. Ooh. Okay. So I've been here 7.5, 8 months. I don't know. Couple of months into me being on wards, I don't know what I was doing. Just hopefully like just trying to find the bathrooms and finding the patient rooms and stuff. And I had this one patient and they were there and like I tried to do my best to follow the attending in the upper levels, whatever they were saying, make sure that we had the right plans and stuff. And he got discharged. A few months later, I come to work and one of the upper levels like, hey, remember that patient you had? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, they're back, and they were wondering if you were on service, and they really liked seeing you. And I was like, really? I didn't do anything. They're like, no, but you were very, like, you gave them a lot of attention, and they paid attention, and they really liked how you interacted with them. I was like, that made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know, like, whenever somebody that you don't think about, like I like to think that I approach everybody like there'd be a family member, like how I would take care of them if they were in the hospital. And for somebody to kind of have remembered that, and they knew I was an intern, and they know the hierarchy because he's been in the hospital a bunch of times. That really made me kind of like happy that, okay, I could probably succeed at this if I can master that part of that along with my medical education and get better at it.